Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the lucky mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, psychic crystal readings for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I'm going to look into my crystal and give you the messages and predictions from my guides as to how this new moon solar eclipse will be affecting you for the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Remember, you might have more emphasis coming to you from this eclipse on your rising sign or your moon sign, so you might want to watch the entire video to see how these messages will be affecting you. But before I get started on the psychic crystal part of your reading, I'm going to give you a little astrological information first. This partial solar eclipse in Taurus makes a close sextile to Mars, and Saturn closely squares the nodes, which will help us release some old karmic ties to our ancestral and familial timeline. This Taurus solar eclipse urges us to evaluate what matters to us, especially our relationship to money, personal possessions, and intimate relationships. It will help us realize what truly brings us joy, peace, and contentment. This partial solar eclipse in Taurus makes a close sextile to Mars, and Saturn squares the nodes, which will help us release some old karmic ties to our ancestral and family timeline. This Taurus solar eclipse urges us to evaluate what matters to us, especially our relationship to money, personal possessions, and intimate relationships. It will help us realize what truly brings us joy, peace, and contentment. Our own personal needs will be prominent areas of focus. Concern over personal safety and security will be brought to the forefront. This includes examining our addictions and anything relating to our feelings of self-worth. This solar eclipse in Taurus is also leading us to get a handle on our money and personal property, where we will discover a need to focus on organizing and straightening them out more efficiently and effectively. We will learn the balance of the dichotomy of giving generously and freely to others and receiving charity and generosity from others. Many will notice their sensuality and sexuality increasing and the desire for sensual pleasure becoming heightened over the next 6 months. There are endings and beginnings with all eclipses, so we may experience the endings of close relationships or perhaps a source of income or both. Ultimately, we will come to understand they were not necessary for our survival. We may feel inspired to discover what we truly desire in our lives and will eliminate that which no longer serves us. Again, these effects of this eclipse will last up to 6 months. Sometimes effects can even last longer. The first 3 months, it's usually the strongest, going out as far as 6 months, but some eclipses, you'll find the effects will go out even further than those 6 months. So now on to the psychic crystal part of this video. So now I'm starting with the element of Earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. This could drive up some anxiety in the earth signs, where you may feel external pressure or even internal pressure that you really feel like you have to get things done. Some of you are going to revive an old love affair. So it could be somebody from the past. It could also be a relationship you're in. There could be a revival or a rebirth in an existing love relationship. Some of you earth signs are going to be really, really careful and watching every word that comes out of your mouth, which may be wise. I'm not really sure why you're feeling that way. I feel like you're inspired and driven to do this because of something you've witnessed somebody else putting their foot in their mouth, or, you know, getting themselves into trouble in some way. So I feel like many of you earth signs are going to feel inspired to watch what you're saying because of something someone close to you. Could even be somebody on television or somebody out in the public eye put their foot in their mouth. But I feel that some of you, it's somebody close to you, so you don't want to repeat their mistake. Some of you earth signs are going to feel very compelled to stand up for yourself or stand up for your rights. And this could be in a divorce situation. It could be in a work situation. It could be maybe in a legal situation in some way. I don't know. But standing up for yourself and standing up for your rights over the next 6 months is going to be a strong theme for some of you earth signs. Some of you are going to receive money to renovate your home, or to buy a new home, or if you're selling a home, because I get you receiving money in connection to do with a home. Either you sell it and so you get the money from the sale, or you get a loan or somebody gives you the money, but it's either to revive a home, refurbish a home, to purchase a home, or you get it from selling a home. Some of you earth signs are going to find or receive, but I feel like many of you are finding it, important documents. Important documents comes up here. So if you needed important documents for like surgery, a divorce, a court case, for work or job, I feel like you need to find them and you will locate them. Or you actually get them sent to you, one or the other. Especially, you earth signs are going to find like your stick-to-itiveness pays off. So, especially in relation to if you've tried to lose weight or improve your health. You're going to start to see those results over the course of the next 6 months, or at the end of the 6-month period. Some of you need to be cautious that you're not spending too much time fixating on something that's really not that important. It could have something to do with your appearance, which I don't want to undermine that and say that's not important, but it's like my guides are saying you're fixating on something that's not as important, like you're putting too much importance on something and fixating on it that you really don't need to over the next 6 months. You also need to be careful, earth signs, that you're not getting led astray by somebody that's like leading you down a rabbit hole of, you know, that could be in many different kinds of situations, but like where they're giving you information or telling you something, and then it puts you on like this hunt where you have to like search, research, do this, do that, get sucked into something, and you could be getting led down some kind of rabbit hole. So be careful of that. So I hope these messages were of help to the earth signs, and I hope they made sense. And if you would like to get more detailed and descriptive information for your sign specifically, you could get my solar eclipse in Taurus psychic tarot crystal and oracle card readings that are much more detailed. They're pretty long, and you may find them helpful to you as you go through these next 6 months. And that link is down below in the description box in the show more section below this video. And you can also get the links to those videos on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. Just look for the solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, psychic tarot crystal and oracle card readings. Click on the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I feel that the water signs are going to be filled with some bewilderment and wonderment about some things either going on in their lives or going on out in the world, or a combination of both. So you could be like really impressed by something and feel like, wow, this is a really amazing story, really something amazing going on. And you could be in wonder over that. But it can also be bewilderment, wonderment, where you're like, what is really going on in the world? Or what really is going on? You may feel like a little bit of confusion. Some of you water signs may outright change the direction in something you thought you were going to do. You may have been on a path like to start a new career, or to go after a love relationship, or to change your job, or to move, and you may end up, or whatever it is in your life, completely changing direction about it in the next 6 months, doing an about face. Some of you water signs are going to start gathering intel, gathering information, gathering insight, and you're going to do something with it. Like you're doing it to write a book, or to put in a blog, or to use in a video. For many of you, I feel you're going to put something in writing. Maybe you're going to make an ebook. I don't know what, but I see you gathering intel, information, but you're going to compile it. Maybe it's you could even be doing it for something you need to do for your job or your business, or work in some way. But I feel like many of you are compiling information and intel and facts because of something you're going to write. You may be really inspired, water signs, to fight for a cause you firmly believe in. Could come up strongly for some of you now. I believe the earth signs got fighting for their rights about something. This comes up for the water signs, like could even be fighting for your rights, but it comes up as fighting for something you believe in, or a cause, or for a group of people. Some of you are going to find money, you water signs. It could be a raise. It could be a gift of cash. It could be an inheritance. You could literally find it, because I am getting find money. Finding money is like one of your blessings. Some of you are going to be getting involved or associating yourself with a new course of study. You may be going for an advanced degree, a master's degree, a PhD, or just advanced study in something you already know how to do, and just wanting to get more advanced and educated in it. Some of you will go for that over the next 6 months. If you want to impress people, water signs, I feel like you will. And some of you are going to do it through your dress, like your clothes. You may go on an interview and maybe you have on a new suit or some new outfit, or you're going to go on a date and you want to impress them and you have some kind of new clothing on or outfit. I feel like you're going to impress people over the next 6 months with your, it keeps coming up like with your attire, with the way you're dressed. Try not to overreact if you're a water sign and you feel like you've been cut off in some way from something, or overlooked, or left out. I feel like if it's happened to you, it's been an oversight or an accident. I don't feel it's intentional. You also need to be careful of engines. If you have a car engine, it could seize up, or a lawnmower, or a motorcycle, or a jet ski, or a boat, or some kind of machinery that has an engine, a tractor. I don't know. There's many things that could have an engine, because I get an engine seizing up. So some of you need to watch out for your engines of any kind, of any machinery you own. they could seize up for some reason over the next 6 months. So I hope those messages were of help to the water signs. If you would like to get more description and more descriptive messages and predictions for your sign specifically, you can get my solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. That link is down below. If you click on that link, you'll be able to select whatever sign you want, you know, your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign. You can also get the links for these videos on my website, theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos page. There you will see, just look at the different headings of the listings. Look for these solar eclipse and Taurus videos. Click on the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that link on Vimeo. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You may be going about things in the wrong way. You may need to reorganize your thinking, fire signs. So this is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the fire elements, right? You may need to reorganize your thinking or look at something from a different vantage point or perspective over the next 6 months. Some of you fire signs may be really, really inspired that you want to reinvent your life in some way. And you may be watching some things like fall apart, and you may want to fix them or build them up and get them back up in working and running order. It could even be like, I see you looking, like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing you looking at something that's like literally crumbling and falling, like a garage, a shed, a dock, a post, a fence, something that would be made out of material that could literally crumble and fall apart. Now that could be metaphorically speaking, so it could actually be a relationship or your finances that you're seeing crumbling and falling apart, and you want to fix them and build them back up again. Some of you may feel like some of you fire signs may feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Like you want to do something, but you can't make that move or decision, or you're afraid to. Like almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Or, you know, you feel like, well, if I make this decision, then this is going to happen. But if I don't make this decision, then I'm stuck with this. So you may feel like you're being backed into a corner, or you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Comes up here for some of you fire signs. Try to take your time and sort it out, and not to put too much pressure on yourself. Ask for advice of other people too. Don't shut anybody else out that could actually maybe give you some good advice. I feel like some of you fire signs may feel financially well off, or something financially improves better for you. And it kind of, my guides keep saying, it takes the heat off. It takes the pressure off. So maybe you're going to get a raise or an inheritance or something, because I feel like financially some kind of heat gets lifted off of you. Some kind of pressure gets alleviated. And some of you fire signs are really going to bounce back or rebound from something that had been difficult for you. It could have been financially difficult. It could have been a health problem. It could have been losing a job or a breakup of a relationship. I get you like rebounding really well over the next 6 months. Some of you fire signs could win a contest, or win a position, win a promotion, win a contest, win a position that you want. Especially if you have to give any kind of presentations or recite anything, or like give a verbal report, a PowerPoint presentation, or some kind of speech. You're going to do really, really well, and it will help you to win. You have to be careful over the next 6 months that you don't sweat the small stuff and find yourself getting upset over little things or every little thing. That's a caution for you. And also needless worry. You could like go down get sucked down a rabbit hole of needless worry. That's, you may have the tendency for that over the next 6 months. And definitely don't get yourself, like, try to avoid getting entangled with unsavory people or people that have questionable morals or ethics or business practices or seem sketchy or shady. The fire signs need to avoid that like the plague over the next 6 months. So I hope those messages were of help to the fire signs. If you would like to get more detailed information about how this partial solar eclipse in Taurus will be affecting your sign or your rising sign or your moon sign, you can get my Solar Eclipse in Taurus April 2022 Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. That link is down below in the description in the Show More section, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page on my menu, and there you will see the links for all the video series I've recorded. You just, if you want to get the Solar Eclipse in Taurus videos, just look for that link, click on the sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. There's a lot of information there. I think the videos are running like 30 minutes long. You may have already gotten them. I posted them about a month ago or a few weeks ago. I tried to do them early because these eclipse effects can be affecting you before, like a month before the eclipse even happens. So some of these things may have already been affecting you throughout the whole month of April. Could have already been going on. So now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are going to feel really inspired to want action. You may be feeling like you've been sitting on the shelf too long, or your life has been too inactive, or it's been too boring or stuck or stale. And many of the air signs are going to want action of some sort, or maybe multiple types of action. Many of you air signs are going to be revising your thinking and your plans about what you want to do with your life, or what like direction you thought you were going to go in. You may be altering and revising these plans. Some of you may be emptying out your bank account to purchase something big. Could be a new home, could be a vacation home, could be, you know, many things. A collection, a car, a boat, a jet ski, you know, I don't know, a trip you want to take, but you could really be like emptying some savings to do this. Some of you air signs may be itching to get on with a relationship, either to get out of it because you want to break it off, or to get on with it, to make it happen, to make something bigger happen than what's been going on. You air signs, if you excel at something over, even maybe have already been excelling in something, or you will excel in something over the next 6 months, you will get awarded or rewarded for that excelling in something. Some of you, your talents or your skills could get noted, and you could get hired for some like really cool job, or some great opportunity could come to you from that. Your inventiveness is going to pay off. So, you know, if you have some kind of like invention that you want to get a patent for, I would recommend you to do that over the next 6 months, because I feel it'll work out. Or even if you just invent something that could be helpful to you to use, or that you can share with the public in some way, it will really pay off. So your creative mind and your inventiveness is going to be a blessing for you personally and maybe for others over the next 6 months. You know, some of you air signs need to be careful that you're not stumbling around in the dark, because I feel some of you need information. So take the time to do research and get information and read instructions and read manuals and all of that, because I get you like stumbling around in the dark, but you don't need to do that. So don't fall into that trap over the next 6 months. You also have to be careful of eating too much. There's a chance that some of you air signs are going to feel like, it could be like, you know how people do emotional eating? May not be out of hunger. It could be out of nervous energy or stress eating. And the air signs are getting something that I think the water signs got this too. You could get bypassed for something and take it personally. But it's like it was a mistake or an accident or an oversight. It wasn't actually a personal slight to you, even though you may have the tendency to be oversensitive about it and take it that way. So just be careful about that, because you don't want to take things personally or overreact when something you may have, in other words, you may have to give someone, it could be a boss, a company, a family member, a friend, a club group or organization you belong to, that you didn't get an invitation, or you didn't get invited to a wedding, or you didn't get that promotion you wanted, or they didn't let you know about some kind of function, and it was an accidental oversight. You may feel like it was intentional, but it was not. So that's another caution for the air signs. So I hope this reading was of help to all the signs of the zodiac. And I want to thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you can get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you like what you've heard, and you like my psychic predictions and messages, please refer me to others that you know that may benefit from listening to or watching my readings here on YouTube. I do truly appreciate that if you would do that. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, those links are all posted down below in the description box in the Show More section, the most recently recorded ones. Or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page. There you can scroll down. You can see all the video series I've recorded, how long the predictions go out for, what divination tools I've used, and you just click on the zodiac sign you want under the heading you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series I've recorded for Vimeo are my career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings. Those readings go out for 12 to 18 months from April of 2022 until the end of October of 2023. That's one of my most requested video series. The love readings, the career and finance, and my yearly readings. They're the 3 most requested by viewers. Also, my solar eclipse in Taurus, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for this very eclipse that I'm doing this reading for. If you would like to get more insight and information than you can get here by me looking at the elements in the crystal, it's far more detailed, and I think they're running about a half an hour long, so you might want to check those out. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2022 psychic tarot and oracle card readings are available. If you haven't checked them out, a lot of people have got a lot of good feedback on those on Vimeo, where people are really happy with the messages that they were getting of What's Lucky and New for them. You might find that you like the messages too, so you might want to check that out. And my psychic tarot readings for the new year of 2022, even though we're getting towards the midpoint of the year. It's coming up fast, isn't it? I mean, this is the end of April. Pretty soon, June, you'll be in the middle of the year. So if you haven't checked out the Psychic Tarot readings for the new year of 2022, I used the year ahead tarot spread. There's 14 cards in those readings, and those readings are running about 40 minutes long. So you might want to see what I got for the entire year if you haven't looked at those yet. And my big love readings for both singles and couples for each sign of the zodiac. The first half of the reading will focus on the single people of your sign, and the second half of the reading is focusing on the coupled people of your sign. I got questioned about that last year after doing it that way for many years. I don't know why people were up in arms over it last year. Some people didn't like it, but you may start out the beginning of the year as a couple and end the year single, or the reverse. You may start out single and end up in a couple. I highly recommend watching the whole video, whether you're a single or a couple, because there's probably going to be love messages for you on both sides of that reading. Also, my psychic crystal readings for the month of May 2022. That link is down below in the description box. And also my psychic crystal readings for May of 2022. That link is down below. And that's a continuation of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month on YouTube. I stop the video, then I look in my crystal, and I record videos for you that are it's like an expansion or an extension to those psychic tarot readings. So the link for the May readings is below, and also if you haven't checked out April's, because remember, with psychic readings, sometimes what I say to you, you're going to say, that already happened to me. And some of you, it could even take up a year for stuff to happen to you. Private psychic readings are that way. Same with these general readings. I get it. I hear it all the time. People write, oh, that happened to me a year ago. Oh, that happened to me 6 months ago. Or, that happens a lot. So you might want to look back, even if you're like, nah, April's almost over. You don't know. I got in those videos could happen to you in May, June, July, August, September, October, or even all the way out for a year. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you would like to help support my channel and the readings I do here on YouTube, there's a donation link that is connected to PayPal. And a big thank you to those of you who have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot and it does help a lot. So thank you so much for that. I do truly appreciate it. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a YouTube video, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I post psychic tarot readings, psychic oracle readings, and psychic crystal readings on the social media pages, and they're written out, usually 5 paragraphs long. Many people find that these messages resonate with them. Maybe not all 5 paragraphs, but I guarantee you, if you feel like you're drawn to go over there and look, there will be at least 1 to maybe many messages in those written readings that will resonate with you. So I'd love to see you on my social media pages. So I hope all the signs of the zodiac out there have absolutely amazing energy and blessings that come to you from this new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.